I ain't feeling very euphoric either.
The Euphoric Brothers just dropped the trailer for Garten of Banban 7, and you know I'm all over that. How's it going, guys? My name is Mason Unique Geese, and it's another day, another Banban trailer. If you guys didn't know, I'm developing my own game Indigo Park, and I have a long history with the Banban series, so anytime they drop a new trailer, I try to take a look at it, break it down, and see what's going on. And it seems like we're getting like our first big trailer for Garten of Banban 7. Last night, the Euphoric Brothers posted saying like, hey, it's gonna come out at this time, and then they just dropped it 30 minutes early. Let's just get right into it. Leave a comment down below. Are you still excited for Banban? Is there a certain character you're looking forward to seeing? I want to know your opinions down below. All right, so as usual, we always start with looking at the thumbnail. It's always the first thing you see, and clearly they've got something kind of crazy going on here. Now, what's interesting to me, right, is end of Banban 6, you had like the Sir Dadadoo like purple possession scene going on, right? But this looks like Banban's been like really jacked up. I'm assuming all of the green is probably his like internal Javanium. Now, whether or not this means Banban is actually dead, I don't know. I mean, knowing the Euphoric Brothers, he's probably gonna be like a zombie running around with like this form. But you know, the texturing work seems kind of fun here. I like all the scratches. I'm excited to see what this means because he's not like possessed like the other characters were. He's like, his like eye is scooped out and he's all scratched up and he's the equivalent of bleeding, right? I think one important thing to note is I did a video about like indie horror and like everything coming up with it. And I mentioned that I genuinely believe these indie horror games are going to start taking a darker turn. I made that video before Poppy Playtime Chapter 3, and if you guys played that, you know full well, like, it was a gruesome, dark chapter. So I would not be shocked if we start to see the Euphoric Brothers kind of steer Banban in a more dark horror, like, body horror type direction. You know, personally, I hope for that. That was a lot of the stuff we were trying to do with the Reincarnated project. But yeah, let's get right into the trailer.
I'll hold them off. Look for the surgeon.
The surgeon. Okay, yeah, so we got his corpse.
I don't think you understand the trouble we're in now.
Okay, Toadster. Oh, who are those guys?
For all we know, everyone who was helping you is either dead or brain dead.
Who are those guys?
I'd say we're back right where we started.
Welcome to City... What? City Indian?
There's nothing in the city but dread and darkness.
What? Oh shit! No! No! New drone mechanics!
No one here seems to feel anything.
Wait! They revamped the drone!
And let's just say, partner, I ain't feeling very euphoric either.
Stupid ass line. Okay, we got a lot to talk about here. We got a lot to break down.
I'll hold them.
So, where do I even begin talking about this? I'm telling you, this is probably one of my favorite game series of all time. Just because the Euphoric Brothers are constantly just like, everything they do, you just never expect what's going to happen in these chapters. So I'm super excited to see where this goes, but clearly, again, like looking a little bit of a darker, scary route, seemingly. To me, it looks like they kind of tore it up in Substance Painter and stuff. So it's looking good. I do like the look of it. I'm excited to see what they do with Banban. How do they explain, like, is this after he tried to hold off Dadadoo? I mean, that's what the dialogue seems to suggest. And like this environment seems like that hallway before you go down in the elevator. But I don't think I understand the point of Sir Dadadoo then, because... Oh, you know what? You know what? That makes a lot of sense. I was kind of falsely remembering. I thought like every single character that ever was like in the series was here and corrupted by Sir Dadadoo. Sheriff Toadster isn't. Sheriff Toadster made it out of this situation. So I was gonna ask like, how is he still alive? But the answer is he didn't get corrupted, and maybe like for some reason he couldn't corrupt Banban. So he's, you know, like Banban tried to fight off all of these guys and just got absolutely destroyed, which is interesting. So yeah, I think Sheriff Toadster is going to be kind of an important character here, especially if Banban's like permadead. That's going to be interesting. We got like these alien looking dudes. I'm not sure what's going on with them. If I had to guess, they're probably like the surgeon's like patients or something. One important thing to note, at least for me, they make note to show these playing cards, but more importantly, they show these suckers, right? In Banban 6, there was these little guys, which I'm looking at someone's thumbnail to get a look at them just off of Google Images, but I think they were saying like these were the surgeon's kids, and I remember in that area looking for like that same sucker model and trying to like collect that, like that was the collection game of that area. So is it too far to believe that like the little guys turn into these guys? I mean, they look pretty similar. I mean, if you look at the eyes especially, like, I mean, they're not too far off. Yeah, and the mouth shape is like identical. So it doesn't seem too far-fetched that like maybe the surgeon is like harvesting parts by like creating these guys and like they evolve into this and they harvest them. I really don't know.
For all we know.
That seems important though. Another big thing is the double remote, which I guess you guys can't really see. But yeah, double remote. Or double antenna remote. So new drone and new drone mechanic, one of the two. If I had to guess, this is probably what allows you to get that new drone shot.
Everyone who was helping you is either dead
a little bit later on
or brain dead.
Welcome to City and Gym. So is it the surgeon's city? Is that what they're trying to is that what they're trying to say? It's a bit of a lengthy name there, but okay, City and Gym. I do like this aesthetic though. There's like a digital sign up here.
Where we started.
They're getting more creative with their environments. I like it a lot.
It's worse than that.
Yeah, and then you see, I'm assuming this is the city. It almost looks like it's made out of like cardboard. So maybe it's a city that the surgeon created for these like patient characters that he's creating. I mean, you see one rocking back and forth. Like, I don't think Banbalina was in this exact pose, but I'm pretty sure one of the Bitter Giggle clones were in this pose.
There's nothing in the city but
so,
dread.
Nothing,
Darkness.
something to note. And I'm assuming from the claw that we have the surgeon on the other side. This shot's awesome though. This is something that we've seen in a couple of different Banban fan games. Whether it be like on Dreams or like the parody games and stuff. A lot of people have been asking for the ability, like, why don't you just control the drone? One of the biggest critiques that you hear from people on the game is like, the drone feels a little bit too tedious to control and like navigate to different buttons and stuff. But if you were in a first person view of the drone, you're able to go around and navigate. I think there's a lot of potential to create, one, some really scary moments, and two, some like really interactive puzzles. One thing to note here is you have like that grainy texture over this entire thing. They're going for like a, I'd argue like a crappier camera or like found footage type feel. And then what's interesting is like this rock texture that's on the walls here. It almost looks like they took like the normal maps from like some concrete rock and put it on like their tile texture, which is interesting. So I'm excited to see what the explanation for like what this exact tiling is. And like, it seems like we're in a more backstage area. Like all of this stuff is like the stuff that I love in games, man. Like I've been playing so many indie horror games just because I'm trying to like learn as much for my own, right? Like the improvement, like in this shot, for example, compared to like Banban 1 is just insane. Like for that, like you have to praise the Euphoric Brothers. Like they're consistently getting better at everything they do, and they're now taking a lot of criticism. Like this was arguably the biggest request from people, was a darker environment and then also being able to control the drone in a different way, and I think they nailed it here. So I'm excited to see how that feels in execution.
No one here seems to feel anything.
Seems interesting.
And let's just say, partner, I ain't feeling very euphoric either.
The fucking name drop, dude. You know they did that shit as a meme too. You know they dropped. You know they dropped. I'm not feeling very euphoric either as a meme. I love Sheriff Toadster, bro. Dude, some of the writing, they're definitely leaning into the more meme side of stuff. I mean, you had like the bird up meme in the last chapter. What was it? Chapter 3 that had the behave or get banned. You know, that whole like Mr. Kebab Man moment. Like they're very aware of their community, and they are now like really stepping into taking criticism. So I'm really excited to see what they do with it. But yeah, a little jump scare here. Cool. And then what's interesting here as well is this change to a more monochromatic like black and white color tone, along with the purple, which is exactly how the characters look whenever they get corrupted by Sir Dadadoo. So I'm assuming Sir Dadadoo and his now corrupted minions are going to be like the big enemy. So I'm excited to see what they do with this chapter, because it's like, I don't know, you're setting up this giant plot where almost all the characters are corrupted. But then you also have this surgeon character who we thought would be on our side, but like is attacking us through the door now. So it's like, I don't know. I'm really excited to see where they go with it. Again, like I think they're leaning more into a darker tone. That's something that like I love, and I wish I'd be able to continue with Reincarnated. You Fork Brothers, if you're watching, shoot me an email. I really would love to work on that project on the side again. But yeah, no, I'm like genuinely excited. Like I think, again, like I think the criticism that they're taking is massive. I think it has the potential to be like actually like really scary and really good. And I think from like a marketing standpoint, they need a banger right now. They need a game that has some like genuinely scary and intense moments and also some funny stuff. And it seems like they're finding a good balance of that. I think there was a lot of, I think I'd have to look at the exact analytics, but I feel like just off of watching like YouTubers, the last chapter wasn't played as much as the previous ones. So I don't know if it just sold less or less people were talking about it. But I think if they create some really viral moments here, there's a huge chance for this one to do well. So that's about all I have to say about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to go back to working on Indigo Park. So peace.